Oh God, I can't watch this. Oh God.
No.
Well, this is a hot mess, isn't it?
Oh my goodness.
Do I look exactly the same? Because I think I look exactly the same.
And then they wanted to fly me over to LA. So, I mean, that was so exciting to meet Finn for the first time. And the Duffers really didn't explain the show to me. They explained more my character and how she's so emotional throughout the series and you know, goes through some stuff, you know, so, and how she has that connection with Mike throughout the series.
Oh. Considering the world that I was surrounded in at that time, to be able to stay grounded and still so excited and grateful and happy, I think. I'm definitely proud of that version of me.
My dad said that we got this audition for a show called Montauk, which is the original name for Stranger Things, and I was sick at the time, so I was like, okay, I guess we'll just fire this out, why not? And I did it, and they really liked it, and they wanted me to do it a second time, and I did it a second time, and then they asked me to come to LA. So that was kind of it for that.
Yeah,
There was a couple more
that's
stuff.
crazy. By the way, I have no memory of that. have no memory.
I auditioned in the room in New York, and I had my callback there as well. I didn't actually meet the Duffers.
Oh, I forgot about that outfit.
Until after that, via Skype. For the test in LA, I got to meet them in person, finally, and they were exactly what I expected. Chill, cool guys.
Wow. So crazy. It's 21-year-old me, and now, like I said, I'm almost 30. It's crazy.
Well, I had met Caleb, who plays Lucas, like a while ago, because we had known each other. Because when we were working in New York, we would see each other a lot at like the playground, and we would see each other in like the hotel lobby, and we would hang out sometimes. And so I already knew Caleb, but I met Finn at the audition, and then we became friends right then. And then I met Noah here.
I remember-
and I met Millie here as well, and like we all just had a special bond.
Sorry, I remember that I rehearsed this so many times. We got the questions well beforehand, and I was like reading this with my mom over and over and over again. I was so nervous, as you can probably tell. It's ridiculous.
Sometimes your total obliviousness just blows my mind.
There's Mike,
Oh, man.
Lucas, Dustin, and Will. Well, it's like we're like a good group because it's like a computer. Like we all have different personalities. So like you need keys to type on the computer to like open up certain links or whatever. Like
Why don't I say like so
Will
much?
is the
I still
keys,
say that a lot.
Mike is the
not gonna lie.
screen. Dustin is the base of the computer. I'm the memory of the computer. Like we're all together makes a computer. So
Interesting. I guess I was just trying to say it makes Stranger Things. Like we're like a computer. Like yeah, like that's so cute. Oh my gosh.
It's from Lord of the Rings. The Hobbit.
doesn't matter.
He asked.
He acts.
I had met Gaten, and I had met Caleb, and I met Noah, and I had met Millie, and I trusted all of them. And
Oh, that's good.
we were all great friends on that set. And what?
Why? I like how it sounds like I'm lying.
Because they're
And just
they'll
put.
always be-
And we're all still
they're
friends.
like
Don't
your
worry
best
about it.
friends. They're your family.
That's sweet. You know, we all went through this shared crazy experience together, and I think we've like all gotten even closer than, you know, how we were that first season. I live with Gaten. We're roommates, so it is pretty amazing to watch a video like that and to see sort of the beginning of this amazing journey together. But it's very funny how intense I am about it.
So much nicer in season 2 to be there, because season 1, like, everyone got to hang out all year, and I was going back and forth from school and would film for like 2 days and then leave. And I had become best friends with Millie and Caleb. And I remember always, like, we would always be like crying, hugging, saying goodbye. Like, no, I'm not gonna see you for so long. I just had such FOMO. Like, they were all together having fun, and then I had to go to school, and But season 2 was so nice to be all together, and wow, that's crazy to watch.
Be careful. Be careful. Move.
Guys, go easy on him.
A memory I'll never forget is meeting Noah Schnapp for the first time, knowing in my gut that he would be my best friend forever. I thought to myself, I really want to be friends with him. He's like the coolest guy to me, still is.
Well, I first got sent the script
Chewing my
last
nails.
year after England, but my American agent sent me it, and I read it first, and I did a few tapes for the role of Jonathan. Kind of wanted to.
I feel like we've aged so
What
much.
that
I think
means
it looks like I'm in the same
about
jacket.
show as a whole.
Stop picking your nose.
Like my character and how, you know, what I thought and how and kind of they wanted to know about my background and where I'm from, where they could find, I guess they were looking for similarities between Jonathan and me.
Wow. I wondered what they do with that.
Honestly, couldn't ask for better co-workers in general. Like everyone from
Still
the
true.
kids to the crew to Charlie and Joe are just, you know, fun to work with, and everybody's excited about what they're making, and just it's cool to have people to, you know, hang around with, and they're all great, and they're all happy to be here. We're all happy to be here.
So when I had to shave my head, it was a very scary feeling. When I first met, you know, our hairdresser Sarah, she's like, okay, so first of all we're gonna cut it, and I'm like, yeah. She's like, and then I'm gonna get a razor. I'm like, yeah. So I'm sitting there, and then she starts cutting it. I'm like, oh, it's not too bad. And they're like, it's just, you know, it's like quite long, to be honest. And they was like, we're gonna go a little bit shorter. I'm like, shorter? Really? We're shorter? Are you sure? You know? And then they just cut it, and I was like, you know, it's not too bad. I wore a nice outfit that day as well, so I sort of just trying to calm myself down. You know, okay, I look pretty. It's okay. It's fine. You know. And then I went for the read through, and everyone's like, is that Millie? I'm like, yep. Don't be jealous of my amazing hair. You know, I don't have a lot, but it's pretty short, and it's great.
Oh my goodness. It's like really weird. It's really weird to see myself like in the moment. I genuinely didn't care. Like I just didn't care about my hair. Like I really didn't. Like I remember what I felt like, and then months into filming, I started to care because I started to get like really bullied, like just in the street and in stores and by kids. I started to feel the effects of like, I don't feel pretty anymore. And like, I dealt with a lot of like insecurity, kind of a young age. I felt like really insecure because I felt like I wanted to be feminine and I didn't know how to do that because I thought hair defined femininity, which now obviously I know it does not. But I grew into it and I started to just think like, you're doing good and you're going to be okay.
Well, what do you think?
Bitch.
It's a lot of spending time together, and because this is the first girl that's ever liked him, he's really liking her, and he keeps her in his basement, and it's like he's this
That doesn't sound creepy
guy,
at all.
and he's a puppy. Like if you have man's best friend, this is like man's best friend. You're getting to know this character as Mike's getting to know this character, and I think that's why it's so great about the relationship between the both of them. Is they grow over the 8 episodes, and they grow together.
It was funny that I compared her to a dog and said that I was keeping her in my basement. It's insane out of context. We filmed the kiss scene on the last day, and I remember the whole season Caleb and Gaten making fun of me, like, oh, you're gonna have to kiss at the end of the season. And I'd be like, shut up. And then, yeah, then it happened, and it was totally fine. It was totally normal.
We went to an amusement park once. That was interesting. Caleb screamed like a girl on this roller coaster, and I could not stop laughing. And then we went on this swing, and they were saying that I was hyperventilating. I was like, oh my God, you know, we do a lot of stuff together.
Being the only girl was difficult in the beginning because I didn't really understand what they were talking about most of the time, and they all had their thing. They liked their video games, and they liked their kind of, you know, they had their own thing going on. So I actually had to squeeze my way in there. When I did, it was very rewarding because their friendship means a lot to me.
You do these projects, there's something that's really nice about the luxury of being able to do that, being able to meet new people and create bonds, and you know, experience things, and it kind of helps in the scene. You feel, you know, you're relaxed, you feel comfortable with each other, you know each other.
I feel like it's 10 years on and I still don't know what to do with my hands in these things. I'm surprisingly still hanging out with Joe and Natalia. But yeah, what a journey.
It's got every element you can think of. It's got so many genres. They all just morph together perfectly. It's got like romance, it's got mystery, suspense, horror, it's got comedy, it's got all those things mixed into one, and they all work so perfectly together. It's like different ingredients go in to make the perfect smoothie, and like that smoothie is the show.
Never had a smoothie in my life. No idea why I would make a smoothie analogy. I don't drink smoothies. I don't know why that was the concoction of things that I came up with. What I will very much agree with 13-year-old Gaten on is that we blend genres really, really well, and always have. And I think 13-year-old me, his mind would just be blown with how big this smoothie has gotten.
I can't remember what scene we filmed the first day, but it was so exciting. Obviously, I've worked on a couple of shows before, but this show felt different. This show felt like, oh my goodness, I'm with kids and it's so much fun, and you know, we mess around, but as soon as it's down to work, you know, the Duffers are like, let's go, you know. But it was so much fun, you know. We do school. I mean, it was in between, in and out doing school, but it's so much fun just to hang out with them.
Amazing. I love them, like family. It's gonna be really hard to say goodbye to them.
Well, it was the first scene, and we all were so excited. We had like laughing gas that day. Like, it seemed like we were drinking a whole bunch of soda. Like, every scene we would be like laughing every single take, but it was just so much fun together, having fun. Because it was like the first scene that we did for the whole season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was explaining that it seemed as if we were on like a sugar high and we couldn't calm down. Noah, Finn, Gaten, every single thing we did, it was just laughs. What was so authentic about it, about us in season 1, was that we were just there to have fun. We were there because we loved acting. We loved being around one another. We loved the characters that we played. We just truly enjoyed being kids.
I love you so much. Would you marry me? Shut up, Luca.
It was great. It was like this new feeling, but I was like, I'm gonna be on a TV show. It just hit me there. I got to see the set, which was amazing. I got to see this basement, which is like, was awesome. It was all getting started. It was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get to use this. I'm gonna get to ride this bike.
I'm gonna get to ride this bike.
Son of a bitch.
He said it best. I think sometimes I still come to set and say, wow, I'm making a TV show. And I still feel like that little 13-year-old boy who doesn't know how to string a sentence together. That hasn't changed.
I know what I'm
It is so much fun working with the Duffers because they're not like, they're big teenagers. You can like talk with them, ask them questions, and don't feel that you're like to ask like if I could change certain thing with your character. Like, they help you get to that point because they understand from a kid's eye or whatever. They have so many bright ideas. That's why they can make a show like this, because they say that like kids have such a big imagination, and they have a big imagination, and it helps you bring your character out and gives you ideas.
Oh, that was great. They're honestly like big brothers. Give them their flowers now. You know, they've changed the trajectory of like pop culture. Yeah, I said it perfectly, honestly.
What I like about the brothers is they give you a lot of freedom to express yourself in the role. You know, they have their vision and how they want it, but when it comes to shooting, they're very free with how, usually how you want to play it.
Oh man, yeah, they've become so dear to us. Such testament that, we're here 10 years later and they're still putting in so much work. They haven't stopped. They're really good at capturing like the souls of people and what it means to be human and play good, the good guys as well.
I'm still me and my life's still going the same way. It's just all this like attention the show has gotten and the love and support from countries across the world just blows my mind, and I think that's what really shocked me the most, how this because we all thought it was just, we all were like a small little family, answer. We were just doing a little show, and then it becomes this huge hit on Netflix, and people in Brazil are watching this show, and that's how my life has changed.
Yeah, he was right. I echo that same thought.
Career-wise, it's completely turned my whole life upside down. No pun intended. I have had more opportunities, I've had more recognition, and that has been amazing. But personally, it's made me into the woman I am today. I know how I want to treat people, and I couldn't be more prouder of the person I've become, considering I've met really unbelievable crew members that have been a part of my family forever and will be a part of my family forever.
It's crazy because I remember that interview and overthinking, like, what am I gonna say? How am I gonna say it? And like putting so much pressure on myself. Dang, I feel bad. I wish I can give him a hug. Like, it's all good, man. You're good.
Nothing gives me more anxiety than watching 12-year-old me speak words.
Sorry, that was wild.
We're in the same show for 10 years. We're all around the same age. We came up together. It's a relationship and a bond that I will never have again.
There is a sense of like an experience that we all went through together at the same time of being relatively unknown and then the show taking off.
Nobody truly could have expected what happened once it finally released. And I guess we didn't know at that point either. I've always been overwhelmingly grateful for this show. It's been the greatest gift that anybody could possibly ask for.
I still feel like it's hard to understand. I feel like it's like you're in the eye of the storm still, and I think it'll take years to process and reflect on it. Like, it still feels too early to kind of say what it was actually like. And I feel like in 5-10 years time, if he ever gets back to do an EPK again, might be able to give you a better answer.
It's very trippy. You know, I could never have guessed that I would be here, like, in a chair watching my younger self. I mean, the show has changed my life, like, exponentially. It, also got me to have another family, which is amazing. In a way, it's kind of like you're graduating high school class or you're year for camp or whatever. It's like you're always going to have those years.
It wasn't that bad. I thought it would be worse. I thought I'd be cringing more, but it was okay. It's just nice to see how far we've all come and how so much has changed, but how little has changed.
I feel like nothing's changed, and yet everything's changed. I had my first kiss on the show, and now I'm married. It's just a mind
Ta-doom.